Today we are at the pizza spot that you need to know about here in Henderson, Nevada. Trust me, you're gonna wanna find out what makes this pizza stand out. What's up? I'm Jesse Vargas with Urban Nest Realty, and as a realtor here in Henderson, Nevada, I have an opportunity to try out a bunch of restaurants in the neighborhood. So today we're taking a look at my favorite pizza spot. It's Rebellion Pizza. Let's go in, meet the owners, and find out what's going on to make these pizzas so awesome. Ryan Paris and Ricky Lewis, owners of Rebellion Pizza. Guys, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for coming in.
I think the first thing we need to start off with is where's the origin story of Rebellion?
Well, Ryan and I, we've known each other since 2010. We opened up a Yard House at Red Rock and kind of found something common. Obviously just working in hospitality, working in the restaurant, and literally just over the course of 4 or 5 years, I was gonna open up a pizza shop one way or the other. That was always my thing, and I was just talking to him all the time about it. And fast forward to years later, we opened up Pizza Rock. Ryan's helping out, open up the bar and getting into that. And
after a while of us kind of just opening these restaurants left and right, it was after the course of time, we literally had the conversation like, why aren't we doing this ourselves? It's just time. We have to just make it happen. So, and the pandemic hit. And
coronavirus officially hitting the U.S.
Heightened states of emergency across the nation.
Closing down bars and restaurants, California closing wineries and bars. Could we be looking at more closures or a mandate that all bars and restaurants close nationwide?
I think at that point, there was obviously like this, everybody's gonna shut down, and we're like, we're gonna find our place in the next year. This place came on Craigslist. He was selling it for a Craigslist price, let's put it that way.
Couldn't get an agent to list it.
Yeah, and then I started to realize, I'm like, hey man, this might be like a little hidden gem.
It was a can't say no opportunity, really, that we hit a home run with. I was really excited because I got to open a pizzeria with my friend. I'm really happy that I got to be able to do that, So there was the journey of actually building the restaurant itself, which was...
We have a lot of pride in that.
The aesthetics of everything to me is very important. I like the way things look. We got red Coke cups on purpose because it brings that nostalgia back, and then that bleeds into the actual menu itself as far as like the aesthetics of how things look. It's satisfying to me is when pizza is dropped off at a table and then people look at it and then they take their phones out and they're scrambling to take a picture of it. I just want it to look good because I know the flavor's gonna come. Obviously the guest experience to me is very important. I don't want anybody to be disappointed. I'm a sucker when it comes to that, right? Like I want everybody to leave here with a smile on their face, waving and wanting them to come back. Even when you're in here, you'll see people coming in and it's like, oh, hey, so-and-so, hey, so-and-so. Like you guys pretty much know almost everybody that's coming in.
We try. Our concept always was, we're making pizza in the front. We want to make you a pizza and pour you a beer and never leave the conversation. Every once in a while I'll come in and Ryan and I will talk about pro wrestling because you guys have this really cool vibe in here. It's super fun, like relaxes. It's family. It's without us saying, hey, put your phones away. You got TV and you don't have to. It's just, you're naturally gonna not be on your phone because you have stuff to check out. I will say the feeling I've gotten as a customer coming in is very much like I'm appreciated. You guys make people feel good from like the moment that they walk through the door. It's like, oh, like this is a place that feels like good, Yeah. And it's pizza. It should be a place that's like fun, right?
Yeah, like they belong here. Like they walked into a cool place,
Would you say there's a signature pizza of Rebellion, or is it just kind of like we have a bunch of
Only
specialties?
Because the popularity of it.
The spicy honey pepperoni is the most popular pizza we offer, hands down, bar none. It's almost frustrating because it's like the only pizza I make. And I get it, people love it. It's a great thing, right? People.
And we didn't invent this. Like, let's throw this out there.
It wasn't our creation.
It's a really great combination.
It's a very popular thing,
but our dough, I think that is a huge component.
It is a lot of our process and our ingredients and the time that we take to do the things that we do that also helps makes things great, along with the ingredients, right?
Yeah.
The Inspirada is probably the second most popular pizza we offer, and that's because of the name and how close we are to that neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
I made this pizza one of these first weeks when we first opened, and it was sausage with red onion, and then when it came out of the oven, I just finished it with some of the arugula that we had, some chili oil that we had, and I put it on social media as like the special slice of the day. And it sold out like immediately, all day long. People were asking, oh, I saw that and I saw that, it was great. So I had people actually calling me the next day asking for the special from the day before.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, we have something here.
Make it a name,
We should just throw it on the menu and call it the Inspirada, because the Inspirada neighborhood kicked us off and got us going. So in dedication of the people who are in the neighborhood, and or at least the Facebook page itself, we kind of dedicated it to that. So.
Well, and then you guys have the pizza window here too, so like you can come in and just grab a slice.
Absolutely. So nobody's doing pizza by the slice these days. A lot of people were really happy about that. So in our case, our pizzas are nice and fresh at 11 a.m. You'll find one of us opening up here pretty much every morning right now and filling the window up at 11 a.m. with 6 or 7 fresh pies, a huge selection, and we'll have that until they run out, essentially.
We'll do the basic 5, which are the pepperoni, the cheese, the meaty style slice, the veggie style slice, and then we'll do like a special, which is kind of like a way to be for somebody, whoever's making pizza, better be creative or move through certain product or try new product out or whatever the case is, right? So.
The other part of it is you guys have awesome food that is not pizza. One of my favorite things on the menu are the wings.
Yeah.
So what is the magic dust that you sprinkle on it to make amazing on the sauce?
You know, it's gonna be super easy.
You might be disappointed.
And essentially all we're doing is we're getting fresh wings, never frozen, and we just dry them out. We cook them in a convection oven, rack them so they get nice and crispy, and we just season them properly. It's salt, pepper, garlic. It's nothing too crazy. I'll give it up right now. We call it SPG in the house. You know, we got a big jug of it pre-mixed.
It's so good. I swear the sauce is like one of my favorite.
So the sauce,
wing
yeah. So, and that's the thing. So if someone orders without the sauce, they're still gonna be a really nice seasoned wing. They're gonna be super crispy. But that's just a Frank's red hot sauce base. It is practically a very, very, very similar recipe to what I used in high school. So it's really fun for me to be able to use something from my roots and what I grew up doing 20 plus years ago. And then just to take some very basic kitchen techniques like roasting the chicken wings prior to dropping them in the fryer. We're prioritizing the speed of service at the same time keeping the quality of food up. So the technique of how we cook the chicken wings actually promotes us getting the food out faster, and consequently it's better at the same time.
The beers that you guys feature are all local breweries.
Southern Nevada local.
Southern Nevada.
Yeah. Well, we say like if we don't know the owner of the brewery, you're not even on our menu right now. Like if we're not supporting our friends right now, they're supporting us.
Yeah.
You know, that's huge for us in that aspect.
And we get a lot of people that are watching our YouTube channel where they're like potentially moving to Henderson, moving to Las Vegas, and like if you don't know, Southern Nevada is ramping up on some awesome craft breweries.
We have a lot of people that come in here that used to live in, let's say, the East Coast or New York. People will kind of preface their reputation, hey, I'm from New York, and we'll say, hey, like we've never met a New Yorker that said anything bad about our pizza. We take that as like, great, now you know what you're talking about. So with that said, we want those people to feel like home. You know, we say like, you don't need to travel 3,000 miles for a taste of nostalgia. The quality is here. You should check us out. You don't need to go stand in line at Lucali or Johnson Bleecker Street for 5 hours in the summer. Like, come here, try the pie, go over there, come back, and at the same time, reasonable price in your neighborhood, in your community. It's definitely worth it. Or if you're visiting, a 15-minute drive from the Strip is nothing.
I think you're really onto something. There's going to be more people where I think there's going to be a clamoring for other locations, kind of what you're saying.
Yeah, I think that's really where our, like, trying to be super conscious about it. This is a really, this is kind of a proof of concept for us for what could be and what would be in the future. And a big part of that is like, we don't want to lose we kind of call it like cozy chaos in here. We want we're like, people need to be closer together. Go to Manhattan and sit in a restaurant. Go to Paris and sit in a restaurant. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Let's try to get out of this COVID thing. Let's get back to rubbing shoulders and have this community-like, environment.
Just so people know, as far as getting your pizzas, it's either pick up, you call ahead, or online order, right?
No more really calling. We call it Daryl, but Daryl's taking over the phone. He's our AI robot on the phone now. So if you call, Daryl's gonna answer. He's gonna spit you a link straight to your cell phone that's going to be able to order online or with any of our online delivery partners as well. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 9 a.m. We do last call at 8:45 on the days that we're open. And then starting August 13th and 14th, Sunday, Monday, we'll be open from 12 to 8, takeout only.
There is one more question. There's one very important question.
7. I've murdered 7 people. That's right. That's right.
I mean, this might be more controversial than that.
Oh. Yeah, the aliens. Here we go.
It's the question of Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Oh, if you're coming to Rebellion, it does, for sure. In our case, we kick it up. We do the pink pineapple, the pink paradise pineapple. So it looks a little bit different when you come here.
A little
It's
sweeter,
gonna be
a little less
extra
acidic.
sweeter, yeah.
So it's a yes from both of
Oh,
you?
absolutely. You're not walking into the Rebellion. We're not trying to put too many rules on what we're doing over here.
I love that. I'm with Team Pineapple, so
Yeah, thanks, dude.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, you're welcome.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for having us. So I know you're not moving to the Henderson area because of a pizza shop, but it's places like this that really make our neighborhood so awesome. Drop a comment where we should go next. Let me know about a restaurant you want to see. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Later.